Consistently at Sound 5, Bideford 3, an exciting game for the fans. And to be honest, an exciting game for us. I was certainly excited by the way we played. We went 5-0 up. Just go through the first half and how you amended the team, because I know you've done a lot in training on the defence, which I thought the whole unit looked very good in the first half. What do you think of the first half?
No, exactly that. Excuse me. Was because we've actually been working in training on defending and working in units and covering and sliding across. You know, it was good to see that it actually come out in the game. You know, we've only had one or two sessions on what we're looking to do, and basically what we're looking to do is if somebody goes out and presses the ball, then we get our cover and our balance and we keep our shape, and then the wide man tucks in. We're just trying to plug gaps where opposition teams have been exploiting us for the last few weeks.
I think the word gaps, because I was going to go into that next, I think the word gaps is the right word, because every time the opposition tried to find a little pocket in behind us, in behind the forwards, the midfield, in between the midfield and defence, or even beyond the defence, they couldn't find it. Nice. And they defended as three banks of units, didn't they? And you've just got that into them, and they look very, very solid today.
Yeah, they did really well. I mean, say for an hour, we were sort of covering each other. We were working hard. We had our first 11 out there today that were working together in units, like you say, and that's a massive difference. I think they slipped the ball in a couple of times, but you know, it's 45 minutes of football. They're going to get a few opportunities because we do still switch off after the first pass in. Once the ball's cleared, we sort of switch off a little bit, and then but we were addressing that much better today. And I was sort of over the moon. I think we will go through the goals, but one particular one stands out for me. Was I think the penalty, but not how we got the penalty and the crisp and the movement and the quick passing that we know we can do. Was the fact that the team was trying to break us down in our third. And there was a moment where the guy on the ball paused and he simply couldn't find a way through, and he couldn't find a pass. And I'll be speaking to that master, he may be able to get this up. And I think the ball, eventually the guy tried to force a pass and Louis nicked the ball, went off for a throw-in. We won the challenge for the next throw and got our throw, and then we were out.
Yeah, well, it was 4-0 at half-time. I'm not going to have anything to say about the opposition because they came here and, you know,
They had a go. I
think they actually beat Hitchin the other week 3-2. They had a go. But our possession and the number of times we touched the ball, if we had stats on that, it would have been a lot. And, you know, our football was great, side to side, patient, moving it about. The ultimate performance first half. Then we turned around and went in, and even on that first half we should have had another penalty with when Ollie got knocked over. It was a Stonewall one, but hey, never mind. You know, we went in 4-0, came out, got the fifth goal, which was a lovely work goal.
Yeah, no, good goal.
And then, which I didn't know, you've just told me Ollie got a booking and Ollie went off, but that wasn't a true reason why you took Ollie off, was it?
No, Ollie had it was a little bit tight, Ollie, at half time. He's been ill a week. As has Steph. The pair of them sort of wanted to start, and I wanted them to start. They gave us an hour, but you sort of at 5-0 up, as I said to the boys in there. You know, it looks on the outside. I've already had 3 people within 2 minutes telling me that why did you make the substitutions? And you know, what we're about at this football club is we want to give the opportunity to young, good players that we've got, and what more of an opportunity at 5-0 up in a Southern Premier League game and to bring 3 young lads on, and they're all good players. I mean, Addy's come on previous weeks and been outstanding. He was a little bit off today. Ryan has come back from injury, maybe could have moved the ball a bit quicker, but still done very well. And young Geordie slotted in at right back. Yeah, and they've all got half hour under their belt. We've still got 3 points, and we played well for it. You know?
I think what supporters don't understand sometimes is that, you know, and you can't say it to anybody, we know, but, you know, we're sending players out there not quite 100%. You know, people didn't know that Steph wasn't 100%. People didn't know that Ollie had a tight hamstring. Ollie also got booked. You know, and we've got Leamington to play next week. They also didn't know that, you know, whereas we can fill in for most position, we would struggle to fill in at right back, and that's one of the reasons you bought young Geordie, who's a good centre half anyway, and you want to give him a try.
I thought he'd done well at right back when he came on.
He looked great.
I thought he'd done well. I think he's a clever kid. They're all out. These boys are intelligent kids that have been coached prior to coming here by pro clubs, and they've got that knowledge of the game, which is something that's important. They've got that young sort of vibrant energy about them. and they just want to play football. So when I spoke to them, you know, all three of them have jumped up and they want to come on, and it's a great, you know, that half hour conceding 3 goals will teach them much more than it would have done
if we'd won 10 minutes.
If we'd won 8-0 out there, that wouldn't have taught them anything about the game.
No, it wouldn't have taught them anything. And you know, it was nice to come away with a 5-0 win and a clean sheet, especially a clean sheet. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of positives come out of it. Things were changed for a reason. We did have a mad 5 minutes, but also after that 5 minutes, or in between that 5 minutes, you know, we had a couple of chances, and Louis hit a tremendous shot against the underside of the crossbar. And if we wanted to step the pace up a little bit, I think we could have gone down and scored more.
I think so. I think we've got in some good areas. We broke them. Obviously, they were pushing forward, and what happens is, you know, they get that good free kick. It was a good free kick, you know, another good goal. And then they get like there's a little mistake where we tried to overplay a bit inside and we've lost possession, and they scored again. Then all of a sudden their tails are up. We've got 3 young lads on, don't know what's going on, and that's when the other boys, I said to them, you need to don't finger point, step around and like put your arm around and tell them what you think they can do. We were telling them, but they need to hear it from you. And a couple of the lads, to be fair, Jay did. He had a chat with Ryan, and Louis got in narrow, Dan got in narrow, Addy dropped in the hole. So all of a sudden we've become hard to break down. I think they still had a good opportunity at the end to get a 4th from another mistake, but they didn't. You know, they didn't have many. How many shots did they have today? They couldn't have had more than half a dozen shots.
4 or 5.
You know, and they got 3 goals, so that's not a bad strike rate. So
yeah, it is, but they was under the cost for the whole game, and you know, it was. And I've seen this at the highest level. You know, you coast in the game, a team gets a couple of goals back, then you totally switch off for some reason, and it's an adrenaline thing, and you know, it's a mental attitude thing. You know, that's what football's like. But you know, taking that away, and we know we can't underestimate what a magnificent footballing performance this was. And I actually think for the first 50 minutes is the best I've ever seen any team play at this club. The professionalism about them, the way they played, defended, attacked, worked for each other, didn't give the ball away too often, hardly at all, and really were quite outstanding in my opinion. So you know, we're going to move on to Leamington next week. We've got 3 hard games coming up. They had representatives here, so maybe letting 3 goals in might make them open up a little bit next week, but they're probably watching this, so never mind. But we got Leamington coming up. The results today, except for Barwell, have mostly gone our way, either draws or a defeat for St Albans, I think it was.
Strange league, mate.
Yeah, it's a very, very strange league, and it's not going to be one on goal difference, not by us anyway. That's for sure. But you know, we've moved up a notch. Leamington have got games in hand, but that can all change next week. You know, if we can get a result there, that'll put pressure on them. But it's, you know, we're only 14 games into the season, and we're lying second.
Would have took that before we started.
And I said last night on BBC Radio Cambridgeshire, I would have taken mid-table by now, and I would still take it by now. But you know what we're doing is where our small problems is within the team, and we can sort them out in the training pitch.
No, we had a good week this week.
We haven't got a problem where we got to change players. We haven't got a problem where we got to bring players in. No, we've got a very, very good squad of players.
We had before, when we were kicking off, before the warm up, you would have heard it. They were sort of borderline getting out of control. They were buzzing and they were joking with each other, and then we sort of increased the intensity to warm up a little bit to keep that, but the unity together. And they were buzzing before, and we sort of canned it early because they were doing ever so well, and they come out and they went straight into the game in with that. I mean, for me, I've said to them after the game, the first hour is what we focus on, because we worked hard in what we'd worked on training, because we know we can play forward if we play the ball quickly, and that ticked all our boxes. And the last half hour, I said we also need to address that, because we wouldn't be doing our job as coaching staff if we just went in there and said, oh, well done, 3 points, let's go in the bar, something that we can go home. Because for me, it's like now the next step, what do we do to eradicate that? And me and Andy and Steve all spoken there about little bits, but they were just little bits, and not to get their heads down, because we were magnificent today. Keep their heads up, and then next time, the only way you'll learn from the mistakes is by doing them and trying to correct them next time. So, but I mean, for the people watching this, as I said, I've had a few people talk about the 3 subs changed the game. They didn't change the game. The game was flat. The three subs are what we're looking to do long term at the football club. to get these young boys involved, and they'll learn massively from that today.
Yeah, because I was saying to someone, or saying to someone last night at BBC on the radio, that, you know, this is not just about the first team; it's about the whole aspect of what we're doing and what we're trying to do, and we're basically running 5 or 6 projects simultaneously, all in line, and we're trying to spin all these plates and trying to get it right, which is a hard job for you, and you're the one who's doing it. But we've been lucky enough this season, or since we've been doing it, and it's coming through. You know, we've had our under-21s on Tuesday night. I watched part of the video, and I thought that was outstanding. So that's a massive plus for us. The under-15s had 150 people here, I think, Adam.
Yeah.
You know, on Thursday night. You know, to play 150.
That's good, isn't it?
Well, you know, we had 150 here on Thursday night. Histon played in the FA Trophy and had 177 there today. You know, no disrespect to Histon, but I've just been told that, and you know, it just put it in perspective what the club's trying to achieve. You know, from under 13s up to first team, and it's not all about first team.
No, it's not. I mean, obviously the first team, that's the result ends, but the development, the way we've moved forward this year already is pleased me, sort of behind the scenes, and it's easier to push that development forward quicker when you're doing well.
Yeah,
up the league, you know, and that's a fact, that is. But we've got the staff and the players to do that. So, I mean, at the moment things are going well. If we keep working hard and they try to do what we're asking them to do, then we'll be okay.
Well, the future's bright, and we are doing what we say we're going to do, and you know, we're doing it, you know, hopefully in style, and we're playing football the right way. And you know, I must congratulate you and the team. I thought today's performance, forget about the scoreline of them coming back, I thought it was outstanding. So congratulations. You got a couple of training sessions this week, and then a big game away to Leamington, which
looking forward to that.
Which we're looking forward to, haven't we? We said that before this game.
Yeah, more so.
Really looking forward to testing ourselves against them. So good luck. Let's move on to next week.
Well done. Ed, out now. Well done. Go on, go on! Go on! Get out!
Time after 90 minutes, number 5, Jordan James. I'm all shook up. After 22 minutes, number 2, John Paul Duncliffe.
Talk, boys. Look, hold it. Come on. Well done, Ben. Get one more, Jay. I reckon if you ask everybody apart from yourself, no seat time.
Goal scorer for St Ian's Town after 30 minutes, number 10, Ben Mackey.
On left shoulder! Time! Don't let mate! Jay! Whip it!
Number 7, Lewis Hilliard.
Me, Ollie. Dan! Yes, with you! Ollie! Come back! Go on, Dan! Goal after 51 minutes, number 10, Ben Mackey. Go on, Shorty, go on! Good lad! Shorty, John!
National